something that I work on throughout my camp. It's called the Raja. It's super key for me. It's really helped me.
My name is Dr. J.R. Rivera-Dehenia. RASHA stands for Reciprocal Antenna System for Holographic Activation. Key benefits that athletes can receive is stress relief, relaxation, reduce inflammation, less performance anxiety. If you're interested in upgrading your performance, come visit us at therasha.com or our Instagram.
Bare knuckle fighting ain't for the weak. It's about pushing limits, training harder, and staying sharp. You don't hold back in the ring, so why hold back in life? This energy boost hits harder than a left hook. Bucked up in BKFC hard-hitting pre-workouts, energy for any moment.
Saturday, June 21st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship invades Texas for the first time with a fight that can only be settled by bloodshed. It's Tony Loco Soto versus Ben BONNER. In the co-main event, the legendary Andrei Arlovski steps into bare knuckle combat for the first time, facing the heavyweight power of Josh Copeland. Also featuring the high-impact arrivals of Jessica Evil Eye and KENZIE Morrison. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
Presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas. We are just 2 days away from the historic debut of BKFC in the great state of Texas. And since everything is bigger in Texas, we brought out some of the biggest guns on our roster for Saturday night. This is the official press conference for BKFC 76. And welcome to the Simmons Bank Pavilion here at the Dickies Arena. I'm Cyrus Fees. I'm going to be your host on Saturday night for BKFC 76. And folks, if you want to be there live to experience this historic debut here in Texas, there are still limited tickets available. This event will sell out. Go to BKFC.com and get your tickets. But if you can't make it down here to Fort Worth, we got you covered. It's going to be right there on the home of boxing, DAZN. We want you to join us for an incredible night of fights. It is truly going to be worth your money to join up with DAZN. Get the app, plenty of great content. The home of boxing, that is DAZN. That is where you're going to catch the fights. Of course, the start time is going to be 7 p.m. local time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And folks, don't forget about our official weigh-ins tomorrow as well. It is open to the public, so you're here in Fort Worth. We want you to be there. It's going to be at Billy Bob's, Texas, and it's going to start at 5:30 local time, 6:30 Eastern Standard. That'll be live on DAZN, the BKFC app, and of course, all of our social media. A BKFC weigh-in truly is an experience. We want you all to be there to cheer on these fighters and to see some incredible face-offs. Now, we can't do it without our incredible sponsors, so we got to give them love at this time. Bucked Up, OnlyFans, Forged Irish Stout, Rasha, Ball Boys, Blackout Coffee Company, Bet Online, our official betting sponsor, and now added to that list, Results Roofing and Amnesia Vodka. Big thanks to everybody that is making this incredible event happen. Now we want to introduce some of the people here on the stage, some of these incredible fighters. But first up, he is the reason that we're all here today. 7 years ago, he took a vision of bare knuckle fighting and made it a reality. He's the founder and CEO of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Please make some noise for the one, the only, David Feldman. Hold your horses. Hey, David. Let me introduce everybody else. You know, he is considered by many to be one of the most exciting fighters on the BKFC roster. This king of the Carolinas has put together a 6-1 record with 3 stoppages. And last October in Marbella, Spain, he pushed the pace in one of the best bare knuckle fighting championship bouts in history against Franco Tenaglia. Please welcome Tony Loco Soto. And his opponent on the night, he is a 3-1 BKFC sniper from the UK that made immediate impact since his debut in 2023. Of his 3 wins, all 3 wins have come by way of knockout, with his 2 most recent KOs coming in the very first round. Now in just over a week's notice, he is taking the opportunity of a lifetime, facing Tony Soto in the main event of BKFC Texas. Please welcome Ben BONNER. This next fighter, since 1999, has cemented himself as one of the best heavyweights in all of combat sports. In the UFC, he claimed the heavyweight title at just 26 years old, and in his career, took out names like Tim Sylvia, Fabricio Verdum, Frank Mir, and even our own BKFC heavyweight champion, Ben Rothwell, on 2 occasions. Now he ditches the gloves as he gets ready for one more reign of terror. Andrei, the Pitbull, Arlovski. His opponent on the night, a 2-1 heavyweight that has a deceptive nickname. The Cuddly Bear couldn't be further from the damage that he deals. Of his wins, they've both been TKOs, and an impressive MMA resume has been filled with stoppages. Please welcome the aforementioned Cuddly Bear, Josh Copeland. Next up, we mark another headline debut in our feature bout, a force to be reckoned with in her MMA career, with monster wins through every major MMA organization. It was only a matter of time till she dropped the gloves and joined the baddest athletes on the planet. Please welcome Ohio's own Jessica Evil Eye. Her opponent, also an incredible debut, a true finisher throughout her MMA career that led to a 10-5 record with a whole host of highlights. Putting Kazakhstan in the spotlight on Saturday night, it's Money Machka, MARIYA, AGAPOVA. This next man is making his splash debut with us, a man with a historic name in boxing and an equally impressive record, 22 wins, 1 loss, and 20 knockouts. He is the son of the legendary Tommy the Duke Morrison. Please welcome KENZIE Morrison. Another exciting fight. He is a standout bull rider for the PBR. This adrenaline junkie and social media superstar is eager to prove himself in the BKFC. He faces fellow debutante Jesse DeRozier on Saturday. Please welcome Cameron DELANO. And his opponent, an MMA standout that has shown serious power, and he's bringing his Blackfeet warrior heritage with him when he tangles with the cowboy, Cameron DELANO, on Fight Night. Please welcome Jesse DeRozier. Now to get everything started here, I'm going to turn it over to the founder and the CEO of the BKFC, David Feldman.
Thanks, Cyrus. Appreciate it. Thank you all. You know, I'm up here tonight like a fanboy, man. I mean, I got these guys. I got Jessica Eye here, a legend in the UFC, MARIYA AGAPOVA. I got the son of Tommy Morrison, who I've been a fan of for his whole career, KENZIE Morrison, making his debut. Legend, former UFC heavyweight champion, Andrei Arlovski. I mean, we have so many different storylines here for Saturday night. I'm super, super excited about this. It's a long time coming to be here in Texas. We've been trying to get here in Texas for the past 6 years, and finally here Saturday night, we're gonna make our debut in this great state of Texas. I am so happy about that. I definitely want to give a shout out to the main event. We got Tony Soto, who was looking to avenge his defeat against Franco Tenaglia in Spain, a very, very close match, one of the best fights that I've ever seen live. and one of the best BKFC fights in history. And then you got this young man here who on 8 days' notice didn't ask how much. He just said when and where, and he took the fight. Ben BONNER, I want to give it up for him. He saved the show. Thank you. I got Josh Copeland over here, who has been fighting for us for a few fights now. Always comes in, always comes to bang. Gave Ben Rothwell one of his toughest fights thus far, and he's taking on Andrei Arlovski. It's going to be a super matchup. I'm very excited about that one as well. Just really, man, I'm just super, super excited about this day. This is going to be a very good start for us. We're going to come back to Texas in the early fall with our biggest event that we've ever had in the biggest state in the union, so that's going to be great. September, October, we're going to announce that one actually right after this event. But as Cyrus said, limited tickets are available. They're selling very, very fast. You got to grab them at bkfc.com. And again, thank everybody. Thank you guys so much.
Now, real quick, we are going to get a question for everybody on the stage, then we're going to turn it over to our man here on the floor, Mike Davis. He'll be going around. Any media that is in the house here, we are going to make sure that you get plenty of questions, so let Mike know if you're ready to ask a question. But let's kind of go around this stage here and get things started. And I want to start with you, David. You know, when you talk about this main event, there's been a lot of questions about what's going to be at stake. Is it going to be completely non-title? Is this going to be for an interim title? Where does the lightweight title stand when it comes to the main event?
Yeah, we are going to do this fight for the interim championship. It's going to be Tony Soto, like I said, versus Ben BONNER. We couldn't take this opportunity away from Tony Soto. I am throwing something out there that nobody really knows. The winner of this fight will be entered into the 4-man tournament for the 155-pound championship. We're going to put a nice prize on the top of that and make these guys happy because they've been fighting their ass off for us for a long time.
It's a beautiful thing. Let's go to Tony Soto. Tony, it's been a weird few weeks. You were lined up here to fight Franco Tenaglia. Things have changed. You got Ben BONNER. Change an opponent, but the same final goal here, what you're working towards. How have you handled that change, and what can we expect on fight night?
You know, you got a different opponent, but the same agenda. You know, I really appreciate this gentleman stepping up on short notice, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to break him on Saturday. And 4-man tournament just sounds like a fucking party to me, and I'm ready to show out.
You gotta love it. The confidence is there with Tony Loco Soto, no surprise.
Yeah,
Ben BONNER
talking,
here,
Kai.
you just heard what he said. He's coming to break you on fight night. Of course, I'm sure that's what you expected, but here you are with an opportunity of a lifetime. What can the folks that have not seen you in the U.S., what can they expect when you step up in that main event?
Cyrus, you sat there ringside for the most vicious knockout this BKFC's ever seen, and it was at the hands of these knuckles. Tell that man what's coming his way on Saturday night. Was that not the most vicious knockout you've ever seen?
It was a good one. I mean, it was a pretty impressive damn knockout. It was a pretty good one.
That's what's coming his way Saturday night.
I'm sorry. Do you guys have like an interpreter over here? I don't understand a fucking word he just said.
I'm gonna punch your head in.
Listen, after I beat the shit out of you and I claim what's mine, I'm gonna come for that little weasel-looking motherfucker, Kai Stewart, because 145 doesn't mean nothing to me, baby. It's easy weight, and that's easy work right there. But before that, I'm gonna break you into smithereens and send you back home like baked beans like you motherfuckers eat overseas.
If you aren't excited about this main event, I know you are now. Man, things are getting heated. Let's go to Andrei Arlovski. Andrei, making your debut in the BKFC. You've had so many big moments in your career. This is another challenge for you in your combat sports career. How excited are you to get inside of that squared circle?
First of all, thank you for having me. I'm very excited and looking forward. Never fought BKFC. It's going to be my debut. I'll try to do my best. My opponent, tough guy, no doubt about. Everybody tough in heavyweight division. He fought against Ben Rothwell. Maybe one day I'm going to face Ben Rothwell, but first things first, he's tough. I'm very excited, and like Nike, just do it.
Josh, you're going to be on the other side of the squared circle against Andrei Arlovski. This isn't the first time you've been across from a legend. Obviously, you faced Ben Rothwell. You had a war with Rothwell, very, very close. You know, when you see Arlovski and you see that you're kind of on that B side, does that motivate you more in situations like this?
Man, When they called me a couple weeks ago and told me it was Arlovski, I got excited, and just out of complete respect for him. And man, it's not every day you get the opportunity to fight one of the baddest guys that's ever walked this world. And for me, I know I'm good. I'm definitely not the best, but I'm no slouch either. So I'm excited for the opportunity.
The Cuddly Bear. Let's go to Jessica Evil Eye, making her debut in the BKFC on Saturday night. Jessica, you've had an incredible career, but here you are taking the gloves off and fighting in the BKFC. We have our flyweight champion, Christine Faria. She's always looking for an opponent. Is that where your goal is? Is it to win this fight and go on to the title fight? What are you thinking?
I think that you guys want me to say that, but I think that right now I'm gonna focus on one task right now, and that's, Mariya, she deserves that. She put effort into this fight camp. That right now, it's the first task is on Saturday, and then from there we'll make our next decision.
Love it, absolutely. Let's go to MARIYA AGAPOVA, and I'm gonna ask you a very similar question. You've just joined the BKFC. We have our flyweight champion right over there, the best name, probably one of the best pound for pound that's ever done it. Is that the goal? Is it to come in here, win your fight, and fight for that championship?
Yeah, I'm very excited to fight BKFC. Very respect to Jessica, being on the contract for a while, and she took this fight with me, so big respect. Let's knuckle up and see who is stronger one. I'm very excited.
Beautiful. All right, KENZIE Morrison. First off, welcome to the BKFC. It's great to have you here on the roster, KENZIE. Obviously, this is a big change. Taking those gloves off is a massive difference. How have you prepared for this debut here in the BKFC?
Well, it's kind of been a lot like boxing preparation. You can't really spar bare knuckle with the gloves off. But other than that, man, we've just prepared hard, and we're excited to try this new venture.
There it is, KENZIE Morrison making his debut on Saturday. Cameron Delano, there's a lot of hype about you coming over to the BKFC, man. Coming from bull riding, carrying that incredible social media following, but now you have to put up or shut up inside of that squared circle. Are you ready to step into the squared circle on Saturday night?
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I give all the respect to Jesse, but I've been hit hard as hell by a bull, and that's what I'm looking for tomorrow or Saturday night. So I say let's get in there and have a war.
Beautiful, man. I can't wait. And Jesse DeRozier, last but certainly not least, going against a guy with a lot of hype behind him, a huge following like Cameron Delano. There's a lot to be made of this fight. How has that motivated you getting ready for Saturday night to be going against somebody that everybody knows and everybody's excited to see?
I'm happy to be here and looking to put on a good show. I can't really hear too good, but good luck to my opponent. Thank you for everybody.
Yeah. All right, so let's go down to Mike Davis. He's going to have some questions from the media. I got some national media questions as well. Go ahead, Mike.
Jessica. Between you and your opponent, you guys got 41 fights. Both of you have been stopped only one time. Do you think this might be the sleeper fight of the card?
I'm having a real hard time with the feedback from everybody. I don't know if anybody else can hear, but can you say that again?
Between the two of you,
Yeah?
you guys have 41 fights.
Okay.
Both of you have went the distance every single time without being stopped except for one time each. Do you think that your fight is the sleeper on the card in regards to fight of the night?
Yeah, today was the first time I found out I had a 28-inch fist. So, the point is to put this fist on every inch of her body to, finally get that finish. I've had finishes before, but when you get to the UFC, there's a lot more to play in it. There's a lot different skill sets. So, if we take away all those other skill sets and we just use these hands, you'll see.
Kyle Mitch from the Mike and Mitch Show. For Dave, you said you've been trying to get the BKFC into Texas for 6 years. Was there a particular event in another state that got them to open their eyes and convince them to open the doors to you guys?
I think it's just like it's always been. It's just they're wanting to see what we're going to do next. They're wanting to see that we're doing bigger and better things. And look, at the end of the day is what I said at the beginning of this whole journey is the media wasn't covering us. And then I said, they're going to have no choice. States were not opening up, and then they had no choice. The revenue is there. We're producing tax revenue for these states, and really we're putting on one hell of an event, and we're the fastest growing combat sport in the world, so it makes no sense not to have us here.
And one more question about the four-man tournament that you just mentioned. Is Franco Teneglia still the reigning champion at 155, and will he be a part of that tournament?
He may be a part of that. He is not the champion anymore.
Got to show up to fight.
Tony, so you have the #1 spot. Is this fight about, like, my apologies. Was this fight about protecting your spot, or is it to make a statement?
Honestly, it's just another fight. I think personally it's to protect what I've solidified in this organization. I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers in the game. I've showed it. You've seen my highlight reel. I don't go and play it safe. I go to every single fight like it's my last fight. And that's what the boss wants. That's what the fans want. So that's what I'm going to do Saturday, brother.
Lou Fuse from the Fuse UK got a question for Ben Bonner. What does this fight mean to you, and how do you see it panning out?
Listen, this is my lottery ticket, yeah, and I'm picking the numbers. It's as simple as that. There's only one way this fight goes, and that's a win for me by knockout. Listen, I respect Tony. I respect what he's done in the game. He's a good fighter, but I see no way he beats me. Not one. Listen, I'm a massive 155. Look at me, twice the size of this man. I'm massive. And I promise you, on the night, I'll be twice his size, twice his power, and I'm going to put him to sleep. I have no doubt about that. You see, when you sign to fight me, you sign for one or two things, broken bones or getting knocked out, because everyone before you went the same way.
Hey, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, baby. Welcome to the USA.
We'll see, baby, we'll see, come on!
And another thing, you know, after this fight, guys, he'll be able to afford a 3-piece suit. You're welcome.
My question is for Ben. Over the decades, the UK has produced some terrific combat sports fighters. What is your message to anybody that is doubting UK fighters? What is your message to all the Texans that are rooting for their local guys?
Listen, I believe, yeah, I'm going to win this belt on Saturday night, and I'm going to cement myself in greatness. You know, listen, I live every day of my life dedicated to the grind. Yeah, I'm in that gym 6 days a week, 365 days a year. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm in that gym 24/7. And that's why I can take a fight on 7 days' notice, make weight, still be in good shape, and put on a banging performance, because that's what's coming. I promise you now, I'm going to shock the world on Saturday night. Shock the world.
All right, I have a question for Tony Soto. It wouldn't be a press conference if we didn't have a little bit of drama, right? I know you and King Kai were going back and forth. I heard you say that he didn't accept the fight. I saw him post that he did accept the fight. You guys were in each other's DMs, so I want to know what you have to say about it straight from the horse's mouth.
You know, I heard he did accept the fight after, and personally, this fucking guy right here protecting him, because he could have easily been like, yeah, but I guess that's something they want to see in the future. But I think once I get my hands on that little fucking weasel, he's not going to be, you know, fighting bums in Arabia or whatever. He's going to be fighting a real fucking American who's going to come at him. And this guy right here, you can't protect that guy every day, bro. I'm going to fucking fuck him till he loves me, like Mike Tyson, bro. I'm going to fucking beat the living shit out of you, and I'm going to smear your fucking blood all over the ring. I promise. I promise. I promise.
I've got one
It's
more
all right.
question. David Feldman, we can see that the women's divisions are growing and growing. We've got another new champ. We've got Jessica Ai, MARIYA AGAPOVA here, bigger names coming. I know usually one card, there's about one female fight per card. Is that something that we can see change? What can we see change for the women of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship?
Well, you know, when we started this thing, the women's fights were just out of control. And then the women did honestly start to learn how to play it a little safe. And then I had to have a talk to you girls, and you girls went and brought it again. And my goal is to have definitely at least one women's fight on every card, if not more. That's my goal. Just bring it. And I know these ladies are going to bring it here on Saturday night, and I can't wait to see this fight.
We got a few questions that have been sent in. This is from Christopher DeSantiago of Bloody Elbow. It's for KENZIE Morrison. KENZIE, what do you think your father, Tommy Morrison, would have thought of BKFC and the fast-paced action that it brings?
I think that he would have thought it was interesting, you know, and excited just like everyone else does.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful, short and sweet, I like it. And then David Feldman, this is from Damon Martin with MMA Fighting. Now that you have Andrei Arlovski signed and he has 2 wins over Ben Rothwell, if he was able to get the win on Saturday night, is that a fight you would make for the heavyweight championship? Ben Rothwell, Andrei Arlovski, number 3.
I mean, that would be phenomenal, wouldn't it? Who wouldn't want to see that, right? I mean, that's a possibility, definitely. Look, I think we welcomed Andrei here. Andrei's a legend, and, you know, to even have him sitting at this table is amazing. Now to see what he's going to do on Saturday night, you know, that's another thing. This is a different sport, and he's going to get hit with bare knuckles for the first time, you know, regulated and legal. It's the first time he's going to do it, so if he reacts well to it and scores a good win, that's definitely something. But Josh, you know, Copeland isn't coming here to lay down.
Absolutely. I got one more here. This is from Tylen Bates in the Weekly Bust. It's for Andrei Arlovski. You fought the best of the best all over the world for many, many years now. What do you want to prove in the world of bare knuckle fighting and championship?
Like I said, I want to face Ben Rothwell, but one step at a time. Josh, tough opponent. It's just very excited. I'm a thankful guy that my wife support me, my family support me, and I still fire in my eyes and love to do what I'm doing right now. I love train hard. I mentioned before in an interview, I love train hard, fight hard. It's going to be a good fight. I'll promise to my fans I'm going to put the best Arlovski on Saturday night.
I have a question for Josh. This is a truly historic event to be part of this event here in Texas. You were so humble earlier, but what does it mean to you to be part of this?
Hey, one thing I know is God continues to provide in my life, and I can't thank Dave enough for just continuing to give me opportunities. And man, I love people, and I just love competing. God's given me a big head that I can take a lot of shots. I lost my front 2 teeth, but my wife still loves my smile, so here we go.
All right, I have a question for Jessica Ai. You've talked about how you are now healthy for the first time in a very long time physically. How different are you emotionally and mentally heading into this fight?
I think a lot of people underestimated how sick I really was. The UFC, you know, everything. I mean, guys, 3-foot parasite. Parasites are real, so gut health is a huge thing. I recommend everybody checking it out. But to be able to overcome that, step away from the sport, get my physical, mental, you know, all completely together, to have the opportunity when me and David talked is like, you know, it's God's plan, right? Like, this is something that I knew I wasn't done with fighting, but I was done with the UFC. I was done with being told that nothing was wrong with me by, you know, their doctors, their people that seeked out my own people, seeked out my own camps, my own different things that were particularly the best just for me. Because when it boils down to it, we have these fight teams, we have all of these things, but when we go in there, it's just us. So, yeah, I feel amazing. I live in South Florida. I love the sunshine. I take care of myself in ways that I never did, and it shows. I mean, come on. You ain't never seen me look like this. If you follow my career, 17 UFC fights, I didn't look like that. I show up at bare knuckle, and I'm a $1 million woman.
My question is for Jesse DeRosier. Your fighting style in mixed martial arts was do or die. You either knocked somebody out, you lost by submission, but you were always going for the finish. Is there anything going to change in your fight on Saturday?
Well, I can't get taken down on this fight. It's going to go out with a finish, so it's going to be a war. I'm coming to finish, and I hope he's coming to finish, so wishing the best. We'll see who falls first.
You also, on the poster, you were in traditional native, like face paint. What is the backing like of your community for doing something like this?
I work for Wagon Burner Stunts. I do stunts in the movies, and they took that picture off my social media. I was on Primeval, American Primeval. So I didn't choose that picture, but yeah, that was for another job.
This is for the legend, Arlovski. Brother, what was your favorite part about training bare knuckle?
Specifically for BKFC, it was actually easier than MMA, because in MMA you have to do grappling, wrestling, kickboxing, etc., etc., etc. Now I spend a lot of time with my boxing coach, Ivan Oliveira, and strength and conditioning. So, and back in 2009, I signed with Golden Boy Promotion with Oscar De La Hoya, but this didn't happen. McGregor fought Mayweather like 7 years later. But I supposed to go back in 2009 and fight against Klitschko. I love boxing, so we'll see. I'm very excited.
Question here for Ben Bonner from Thailand Bates in the Weekly Bust. Obviously, you're coming from the UK, big viral knockout. What does it mean to you to fight on U.S. soil in such a big event? And what do you think of Texas so far? It's a big change from where you come from.
Yeah, listen, it's most of the fighters in the UK from the BKFC. We all want to fight in America, prove ourselves, test ourselves against the best in the world. And no doubtedly, some of the Americans here are some of the best in the world. In terms of Texas, listen, Fort Worth, where we are, lovely place, lovely people. One of the cleanest cities I've ever been to. Even the alligators are friendly. So, yeah, it's a nice place. I'm glad to be here. I want to thank Dave Feldman, Nate Chuck, Mark Ramsden for giving me the opportunity. You know, I know how blessed I am to be in this position, and that's why I'm going to make sure I'm coming back to defend that belt.
Question this is from Damon Martin, MMA Fighting for David Feldman. Andrei had mentioned that he'd love to run it back with Fedor Emelianenko. Connor mentioned something about Fedor earlier in the year. Have there actually been some talks with Fedor Emelianenko and his camp about coming into BKFC?
We definitely had talks with him. Look, we had talks with everybody. And, you know, this is for some people, and it's not for others. With Fedor, I think it's strictly a money play, and how much money, you know, can he get out of this? And you never know. Look, Andrei Arlovski versus Fedor Emelianenko would be a sensational fight somewhere overseas too. So, you know, definitely there's a lot of possibilities here. But let's get through this beautiful night on Saturday night with these absolute wars, with these unbelievable warriors.
Question for Tony. For BKFC fans, you're a household name. Saturday night, you're headlining an event with Andrei Arlovski, Jessica I, KENZIE Morrison. Do you believe that this is the event that makes you a mainstream name?
Listen, I'm opening up countries. I open up states. This is nothing new to me. I'm in the Lone Star State getting ready to make weight and eat steaks. Listen, I am bare knuckle. I was born for this. If you've seen my post this morning, since 7 years old, I've been fighting my whole fucking life. So when I heard about bare knuckle, I said, why do it for free when I can get paid for it? So all those kids out there who were told they couldn't do it, they wouldn't make it, they wouldn't be anything, believe in yourself, because I'm living proof. And that's why I talk my shit.
It's a beautiful thing, guys, and we want to thank all the media here, folks. We are going to get to the face-offs here in just a few moments. And remember, 7 o'clock, on Central Local Time. That is when the fights start here at the Dickies Arena on Saturday night, BKFC 76. You want to watch that live on DAZN, the home of boxing. Get the app now so you don't miss out on history. We're going to be right back with the face-offs for BKFC Texas.
Something that I work on throughout my camps called the Raja. It's super key for me. It's really helped me.
My name is Dr. Jair Rivera-Dehenia. RASHA stands for Reciprocal Antenna System for Holographic Activation. Key benefits that athletes can receive is stress relief, relaxation, reduce inflammation, less performance anxiety. If you're interested in upgrading your performance, come visit us at therasha.com or our Instagram.
Bare knuckle fighting ain't for the weak. It's about pushing limits, training harder, and staying sharp. You don't hold back in the ring, so why hold back in life? This energy boost hits harder than a left hook. Bucked up and BKFC hard-hitting pre-workouts, energy for any moment.
Saturday, June 21st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship invades Texas for the first time with a fight that can only be settled by bloodshed. It's Tony Loco Soto versus Ben Bonner. In the co-main event, the legendary Andrei Arlovski steps into bare knuckle combat for the first time, facing the heavyweight power of Josh Copeland. Also featuring the high-impact arrivals of Jessica Evil Eye and KENZIE Morrison. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
All right, guys, it is time for the face-offs for BKFC 76 right here in Fort Worth, Texas. Let's bring up our first fight here for the face-off, a big middleweight clash. First up, Jesse DeRosier. And he'll be battling the PBR sensation, Cameron DELANO. Cameron DELANO, Jesse DeRosier, Cowboys versus Indians of BKFC Texas. And now we go to the women's flyweight division. Bring up first, Miss MARIYA AGAPOVA. And her opponent on the night, Jessica Evil Eye.
be good, face forward.
What a clash. Jessica I. MARIYA Agapova now to our co-main event in the heavyweight division. Please welcome to the stage, Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland. And his opponent, the MMA legend, Andrei the Pitbull Arlovski.
Face forward, guys.
It's a heavyweight clash of the Titans, Andrei Arlovski and Josh Copeland. And now, your main event for the BKFC Interim Lightweight Championship of the World. Please welcome to the stage from the UK, BONNER. And he tangles with the king of the Carolinas, Tony Loco Soto.
Morning, guys.
The tensions are high for the main event. Tony Loco Soto and BONNER at the Dickies Arena.
Let's go.
The interim title will be on the line. What a night it is going to be.
All right, good luck, guys. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will be on Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Local time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live on the home of boxing, DAZN. We will see you Saturday night in Fort Worth.